Yo, what's going on? Art from Woodward Sports with the latest in Woodward Sports MMA news. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe to this video, share it with your friends, and spread the word. In the studio right now, looking at this Marlon Chito Vera story from ESPN and MMA Fighting. The man wants to get back in the octagon, and it needs to happen. He's one of the most dominant bantamweights around right now. I don't even count the loss. We're not even going to talk about who he fought because it doesn't matter. That was a unanimous decision victory for the opposing team. I'm a Chito fan. He's one of the most brilliant, one of the most dominant bantamweights we've seen in years, and he needs a fight. So, in the recent article from MMA Fighting, he mentioned that he wanted Dominic Cruz, Jose Aldo, or Rivera next. Obviously, Cruz isn't going to fight by the end of the year. It's just not going to happen. He's had so many injuries over the years that to prepare for someone like Chito Vera, it's going to take some time. So that's out of the question. Jose Aldo, I hate to say it, but he's on a 0-3 losing streak. He faced Peter Yan, got starched in that. The fight should have ended way earlier than what it did, so that's done. So that leaves Jimmy, my boy, my other fighter that I love watching fight. He's coming off of a win from Cody that he just fought in July. It would be the perfect matchup. Chito Vera and Jimmy fighting each other. It needs to happen. The UFC needs to book it. The only problem is that the roster is so full right now of fighters that are willing and able to get in the octagon by the end of the year that it's going to be tough for Vera to get in. In my opinion, when I look at the most dominant fighters currently on the UFC roster, Chito's on there. You have to put him in. It's almost guaranteed that the man's going to have a finish. What he did to Sean O'Malley was phenomenal, and any MMA fan that says that that fight was stopped early is an idiot. I'm just going to be blunt and honest about it. The man, sure, he had a leg injury before, but Vera starched him. He destroyed him in the first round. The hype train came to an end, and now we don't even hear about Sugar Sean O'Malley. And listen, I'm a big Sean O'Malley fan. The man was 11-0 before he faced Vera. Then he got starched by him. I picked that fight. Of course, I wasn't in the studio to tell you about it. I was at home crying, being unemployed, but now I'm here to tell you that Chito Vera is the next big thing in the UFC. I see him actually having a title fight in 2021 if he could get past Jimmy, which it's tough competition, but I'm aboard the hype train for Chito. Like I said, he completely destroyed Sugar Sean O'Malley, and now he's on to bigger things. I think that rematch shouldn't happen. I think that, when you have a fight that's so close, if it goes to a decision, then sure, book the rematch. But he completely destroyed him in the first round. So I want to see Chito fight in 2020 by the end of the year. There's cards in November and December that they could give plenty of time to both opponents. I would love to see Jimmy Rivera and Chito fight each other to cap off a phenomenal year in the UFC. I think of previous years in the organization, and sure, we're going through a pandemic right now, blah, blah, blah. The UFC has handled it well with sending fighters to Fight Island and then doing it at the UFC Apex. If they want to have a great end of the year, book Chito. That's what you got to do. You got to put Marlon Vera in there. It's almost guaranteed that the man is going to knock somebody out. His last 5 fights, other than we're not going to talk about the loss, he had 5 finishes, either by submission or TKO. He is a fighter to watch in 2021, and I see him being serious competition in the bantamweight division and also serious competition for Peter Yan if that fight ever happens. Of course, Peter Yan has to fight Sterling. Possibly there's rumors of that happening, but I see Chito getting the belt. And if not, one of the most entertaining fights in UFC history if Peter Yan and Chito Vera end up fighting each other. Of course, he would have to get past what is rumored to be either Dominic Cruz, Jose Aldo, or Rivera. But one of those fights needs to happen, and my pick is Jimmy. Book it, UFC. Make it happen. At this point, they should pay me to be a UFC matchmaker because I'm great at it. I'm just going to say it. Make sure that you follow us, like us at Woodward Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff, and of course here on the YouTube channel. And we will have more news coming to you shortly. I'm going to be doing these videos at least a couple times a week. So look forward to that. Like us, Woodward Sports MMA. Art here. Have a great rest of your day.